Hello Flosstube! It's Delcat Stitches here. My name is Adele. Hi. I'm going to do my 2020 roundup video. So I'm going to go through the finishes that I had this year, the whips that I'm carrying over into 2021, and some loose plans, and I'll look back over how I feel this year went. So I hope you had a good December. If you celebrate anything, I hope it was good and enjoyable and all that fun stuff. I celebrate secular Christmas, so that was really nice, and it was a good month. So let's just get going, shall we? So in 2020, I had a total of 10 finishes, and I will show you them all now. There's one that was FFO'd and it's been sat out and I couldn't be bothered bringing it through, so I'm not. So these are 9 of my 10 finishes. They're in no particular order, but this is Stitchcraft by the Witchy Stitcher. It looks really good. I really don't like stitching on black though. This is another Witchy Stitcher on another black fabric, but this is the last black fabric thing I've done. You see witch like it's a bad thing, go to the witchystitcher.com or something and you'll get it there. I liked it. The You See Witch one was really chill and low-key to stitch because it's just 2 colours and you could easily mix that up into different colours if you wanted to. This is a little Maria Brovko Cute Pass-ons by Maria. I forget what her real name is, the real name of the chart is, but I call it Ice Skating Pig. There's supposed to be like snow falling around her, but I couldn't be bothered, so I didn't. But she's pretty sweet. This is another Witchy Stitcher, and it's on 16 count silver sparkle Ada. What fresh hell is this? I like it. I can't remember what this fabric is, but it's just a Zweigart Ada. I forget what colour it is. This one is obviously like, it's not like mega sparkly, but it's subtle, but it won't show up here, so there's no point in trying to show you. This one is Midnight Way by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, and it's on the called for fabric, which is Picture This Plus. I forget the name, but it is a called for one, so whatever that is. That I really like that one. That was a really fun thing to stitch up. Much more intensive than you anticipate, but I think that's the case with most Frosted Pumpkin patterns. But sorry, it's a good thing they're cute. This one is the Nutcracker Parade, and the fabric is 16 count Island Green by hand dyed by Rolando. I really like that one too. Another frosted pumpkin. We got snow gnomes, snow cones. And what is this fabric? It's 16 count Argyle Coast by Jodie Designs. It was a fabric of the month, so unless she puts it into her normal line, you won't be able to get it again. But it looks really good. I really like it. And the next two are my latest two finishes. So I finished these this month, and if you've been watching me, I'm sure you can guess what they are, but they're both by Frosted Pumpkin, and the first one is the Chinese Zodiac Cell. It's just on the called for fabric. Another picture of this plus. Oh, it looks so good. I love the colours in this, they're just incredible. It looks so good. So got that one. And my last finish of 2020 is on the called for fabric again, and I'm gonna have to scroll it because I can't get it all in one shot, but it's the Animal Almanac. And it all looks really good. I'm really happy with it. I'm glad I finished it. So I finished a total of 4 cells this year. I like those numbers. So I'm happy with the amount that I got done. Are you working on any cells, or where you're working on them and you managed to successfully finish them off? Let me know. Okay, so I have been left with 8 whips. I had 2 new starts in December, so I'll show you those. I can't remember if I mentioned one of them in my last video. I don't think I did. Maybe I did, I don't know. But anyway, here we go. So I have 8 whips, and I'm just going to go through them in a random order. And I'll say if they are going to be a focus to get finished for 2021. First one, you probably can't tell what it is, but it's by the Witchy Stitcher, and it's You're Not Invited to My Funeral, and it's in all these wacky cool colours. I'm stitching on 16 count Silver Sparkles Ada, the same as the What Fresh Hell pattern that I did complete this year, so it matches that. I like it. But I'm gonna try and maybe finish that this year. I did put it on my new whip go board. I haven't printed it out, so I can't show you, but I did put it on there. This one was started, oh right, I'll tell you when I started them. That one I started in 2020, but this one was a 2018 start, or was it a 2019? Oh, I don't know. Maybe 2019. Let's make it 2019. So, and this is on 16 count fabric flare azalea, and the pattern is by the Witchy Stitcher, and it's the Baba Yaga. So this is on my whip go board also, and I still got to do the rest of the border obviously. There's stuff in the garden and there's like stars and stuff scattered around. So I would like to finish that this year, definitely. So nice. This one, I have put it on my whip go board in multiple chunks. This one and the whip that I'll show you after that, I'm just never motivated to pull out. Like, if I think about pulling them out, I just kind of go like this, like, ugh. So, I don't know if I'll actually just UFO them at some point. Well, they'll stick around for now, and we'll see how they go. But this is a Bothy Threads kit. It's one of the gorgeous girls, so you can't buy it anymore, and it's called Spring at Last. So we've got the gorgeous girl, and she's lying in the grass, and there's flowers all around her, and her hair's all spread out, and it's just the kit fabric. I started that in 2018. But looking at it, like, I do really like it actually. I'm just never motivated to actually do it, which is frustrating. And the next one is in the same boat. Never motivated to pull it out, but it's a 2018 start. So, and I've also put it on my whip go board in various chunks. It actually got called for January. It's a soda stitch design called Happy Halloween, and it's just on their Etsy, one of their digital charts, and the fabric is mental. It's the fabric's by LJ1. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's completely wild. So it got called this month, and the bit that I got called to work on was there's 4 pumpkins that go down the bottom, and my goal is 2 pumpkins on it. So I broke it up into like manageable chunks. So we'll see how that goes. I like the gorgeous spring one. I would like to have them finished just to get them done and off my list, but we'll see. So this next one is the other whip that was called for Whip Go. I do really like this whip. This is one that you kind of have to be in the mood for, because it's basically full coverage, but it's not got like confetti or anything. It's just big chunks of colour. The fabric is by Jewellery Designs, and it's something in Amsterdam. Can't remember the exact name, but it was a fabric of the month, 16 count, so you can't actually alter it anyway. But it's totally wild, and it never shows up on camera. It doesn't really look like that, but it's The Witcher, and this is by Oh My Stitches shop on Etsy. There's his head, there's his nose, and it's just like his shoulders to go. But what I broke this up into chunks of goals, and what got called this month was right down the bottom. There's like the witch's silhouette standing up, and then there's some trees and a bit of black down the bottom. What got called was 50% of the black. I would like to finish this year, so I just have to get going on it. Just get stuck in. But like I said, like, you kind of have to be in the mood because it's just big chunks of colour, but we'll see how that goes. Okay. This is the Frosted Pumpkin Christmas Wreath Sal, and the fabric is 14 count Oceans by the Crafty Kitten. So I'm still working on part 1. I've just got to do the other window and fill in all the pink of the house. And then part 2 is there's a big bow down the bottom. And then the next part will come out in the middle of January. I'm not really enjoying stitching the house, and I don't think I'll really enjoy stitching the bow. But if I can just get through those two things, I think the rest of the wreath will be quite fun. So I just need to do it. Ugh. The Witcher and this were 2020 starts. Another one was on what's the fabric called? It's a fabric flare, 16 count. I forget what the name is, like kale or something. It's a very light kind of mossy green, or a sagey green rather. It's not going to show up at all. But the pattern is by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, and it's Ho Ho Ho. And you've got Rudolph here, and it says Ho 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 over here, obviously. Down here there's a sprig of holly and some candy canes, and then Christmas lights that go all around. So this is also on Whipco, and it's just on its own. It's just to finish it because I'm about halfway done probably. I did put this one in the Whipco list, but I've just put it in as one block, and I've said that whatever it gets called, I just have to get it up to date. So I was hoping that would just motivate me to keep it going and not fall too far behind, even though I'm already kind of behind, but we'll see. And the last one is my latest start, and it's Camelot the Dragon by the Frosted Pumpkin, and the fabric is a 14 count, and I don't remember the name, sorry, but it's a lovely purple and it looks really good. So you've got swords here in the border, and the border obviously goes all the way around, and over here you've got a castle, and over here there's a tree. So I've got Camelot the Dragon and the little knight, so I had to do like the rest of the bottom half of the border, and then like the top half of the design. So yeah, those are all of my whips and my finishes, and it was a pretty good year. I'm pretty happy with my numbers and stuff. I don't think I'll finish Camelot in time for 2021 beginning, but it would definitely become a 2021, like my first finish of the year. Plans. So at some point the Frosted Pumpkin 2021 SAL will be released, and they're hoping to actually make it a start in February type thing. So I'll start that whenever it comes and begins and is announced, obviously. And I would also, once I'm finished the Ho Ho Ho, there's one that is a winter cat, and that was the one I was most excited for, but I started the reindeer first because Christmassy. But I would like to start the Ho 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 no, wait, I've already got Ho. I'd like to start the winter cat at some point this month or next month in January. Other than that, I've just got the goals that I went through as I went through the whips. Most of them are in the whip go board, and I'll just try and get through what I can. So for 2021, I'm going into it with 8 whips, and we'll see. I don't really want to have more than 8 whips. Ideally, I said in a previous video that ideally my preferred goal would be to have about 7 whips, and I think I'll get to that fairly easily. So 2021 plans, my SALs that I will be ongoing would be the WREATH SAL and the 2021 SAL for Frosted Pumpkin, whatever that ends up being. So that'll be fun. And we'll just see how I go in terms of getting things finished and stuff like that. Challenge groups that I plan to be participating in are Mythological Stitching, which is Sarah and I's group. That's like a really low-key chill one to work on. And Crystal Academy, that's gonna be fun. I really enjoy when that one's at its peak. It's not really, there's not that much going on in it right now, but there's something happening. So, and then I will, I will be participating in Magical Stitches. This year is the Percy Jackson books, so that'll be interesting. I've never read those books and I don't really care, but it'll be fun to do challenges that is of something that I'm not necessarily familiar with. And then when there's like a cool movie or whatever, I will probably participate in Enchanted Stitching. So that's my plans. I hope you're all enjoying all of the festivities this month, whatever your festivities are, and I hope you're enjoying all the whip parades and stuff. I hope you enjoyed mine. There's nothing really new that you haven't seen before. Because I have so few whips, it's not really that interesting. Because it doesn't change it that much, but we'll see. Anyway, waffle waffle.